The church is really one of the only organizations that exists primarily for the people who are not a part of it. If we don't pour ourselves out into the community, we're not really fulfilling the call that Jesus makes on our lives. St. Michael is a very broad community. We attract a lot of different kinds of people with a lot of different kinds of experiences and expertise. But the Women of St. Michael, perhaps more than any other group, is active in engaging our membership to be as generous as possible in the community.
Our role at Communities Foundation of Texas is to be the behind-the-scenes partner to the Women of St. Michael in their grants process. We help them with financial due diligence. We create data reports for them and compile data for them. Ultimately, our role is to allow their volunteers to do what they do best and practice discernment and service, and allow them to run the grant process as efficiently as they can.
I've been very fortunate to be on the grants committee several times, looking at all of these agencies' financials, looking at their mission statements, their objectives, the projects they do to meet those objectives and mission statements, and then to do the site visits. All of those elements combined make for an incredibly thorough review. We know that every organization that is getting a grant from the Women of St. Michael is totally deserving of that grant and is not wasting their money in any way, shape, or form.
Dallas CASA trains and supervises volunteers who come into child welfare cases appointed by our judges, and their mission is to protect children, to help restore their childhood, and to help them fulfill their potential for victims of child abuse and neglect. We're making a caring connection with each child to make sure they don't feel lost or forgotten in this very complex system. Well, our connection with the Women of St. Michael's is very special because we have so many intersections, and it makes such a difference to Dallas CASA to have these strong partnerships because we do rely on volunteers, and the way we get our volunteers is by having ambassadors out there in the community. And I feel like so many of the impressive members of the Women of St. Michael's have been that ambassador for us.
Youth in Faces serves justice-involved youth throughout Dallas and Collin counties. We provide them with the tools to thrive, not just survive in the community. Because we work inside of the Juvenile Justice Department, we are encountering youth who have been through a pretty long, arduous road already. And when we meet them, the one thing that they're really lacking is hope. Individually, it costs us around $2,500 to serve one youth. We look at the costs of incarceration and the cost to families, the cost to victims in the community, the cost of policing and judging, and just saving one youth from entering the criminal justice system as an adult saves taxpayers $2 million on average. That's the cost of one youth. By the time we see them, they're teenagers, they've made mistakes, but we want to be there with compassion and give them a chance to rebuild that life and to put the trauma behind them. Having the backing of the church and Women of St. Michael's is kind of everything for us. It's having a partner in this comeback story. It's having a grounded community that has the compassion and care to find new ways for our kids to thrive in the world. We need to be investing in these kids with resources to be educated, to be sharp, to be mentored, to find pathways to employment and also to joy and hope. And so what you all are doing is helping us deliver that.
Matthew 25:35, it says, "When I was hungry, you fed me. When I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. When I was a stranger, you welcomed me in." That's literally what we do here at New Friends New Life. We serve women and girls who've been trafficked and exploited locally. They're showing up at our doors with pieces of their lives in their hands saying, "Can you help me?" You cannot counsel someone through trauma if their basic needs aren't met. The women of St. Michael's are helping us through the most critical part of our women's journey, helping make sure that they have access to food, clothing, safe housing, all of these basic needs that must be met before you can go through the other layers of recovery, like counseling or economic empowerment. The grant support that we've received started 16 years ago, which is so amazing. It's more than half of our agency's existence. This is a huge issue. It's a dark issue, and it's easy to wonder, can one person really make a difference? Can one agency really make a difference? Well, this partnership reminds us that yes, one person can and one entity can. And for the 350 women and girls who walk through our doors, we know that we have the support of the women of St. Michael's to make sure that their journeys are different. And that gives us a ton of hope.
Every day, Monday through Friday, we make meals here in our kitchen. We deliver that to the doorstep. By having funds to be able to do that, we're able to knock on the door and not just provide them with nutrition, but really check on them every day. It's really a great conversation. A lot of times we're the only people that they see that day. And so being able to spend a few minutes, ask them how they're doing, checking on them, providing them with that nutritious meal. Each day we deliver 5,400 meals to clients. We can't do that without organizations like Women's of St. Michael's. We have to have a collective group of people from our community to come out and help us do that work. And having support not only financially, but volunteers from that organization really makes a huge difference. But it's really helping us keep communities whole and really helping us keep people in their homes.
The Jubilee Park and Community Center is a nonprofit organization in Southeast Dallas. Our mission and our work is solely designed to support and serve the residents of the Jubilee Park neighborhood, which is 62 defined blocks, and it has about 4,000 residents that live within the neighborhood. And what I think is really beautiful is that a lot of the St. Michael women know the seniors, and they know their families, they know what's happening in each other's lives. It's not a transactional relationship. It truly is one that's grounded in humanity and what makes people people. I think there's something that's very motivating about being together and feeling like there's somewhere where I belong.
Well, the mission of the exchange aligns perfectly with the Women of St. Michael. It's a vehicle for service for women. Here at the exchange, we have 3 paid employees, and the rest of us are volunteers. There are about 140 volunteers, and they are the buyers, the display people, the people that work behind the scenes on the finance team and unpacking boxes in the back, the cashiers, the floor salespeople, the gift wrappers, and everybody brings to the table something different, but what unites everybody is the shared sense of purpose for raising all this money that is going to benefit our community. That money, each dollar is earned by one box at a time, and it happens gradually all year long and little by little at a time.
When the amount is announced at the spring luncheon, there is always this audible gasp, pause, and then applause. And that in that gasp, you realize how much we can do as a community. And it takes all of us. What we are able to accomplish as a group together is far greater than we could ever accomplish as individuals. And that is what makes it special.
I find what the women do makes me really proud. They give themselves with such generosity, such strategy, and such vision to raise money that then goes right back into the community in a really remarkable way.